There is no other approach that I have experienced or seen as effective as past life therapy in getting people through lifelong and maybe multiple lives of problems. Why?
Norm, it lets the human mind lift its boundaries and look wherever it needs to look to find solutions for whatever bothers you. And it's a very simple process if you see it being done.
Now, there's a reason why you've chosen to visit this particular life. And I'm going to count slowly forward. And if anything significant has happened in the intervening year, just speak up and let me know. 35. 36.
Interestingly enough, my leg started really paining me when you said 36.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what's happening? What caused that?
It's the idea of getting away from whatever is causing the earth to shake rather than the destruction.
Right, I understand. Are you alive?
Barely.
Barely. Has anyone come down the cliff to help you?
No. I feel very sad because in its own way it was a good life.
Look at this horrendous death left in your consciousness, a memory of a very battered body.
Thank you for helping me through this.
I didn't start the past life therapy because I was expecting it to cure my depression. What happened was in the first class with Morris here last year, he worked with me on my abuse in this lifetime, which is an issue that I've worked on for 20 years. And I get to the point with a new therapist that I say, I'm so tired of this story, right? But what was interesting is Morris approaches this in a different way. And so he took me through the first incidents of abuse with what the person said, what the person did, how I was feeling. And I left here feeling much more finished with that issue than I ever have in my life. There's something about this work that is qualitatively different, and the best way I can describe it to you is that the re-experiencing of traumas and my birth in this lifetime pulled the depression out by its roots.
Particularly, I wanted to show that here is another way of dealing with lifelong depression.
Yes.
And of course, depression, in my opinion, is the most common illness in the world.
Yes. And depression is such a sacred, topic with so many people. Nobody can cure depression but drugs.
Well, of course, I haven't seen anybody truly cured with a drug.
No. I would say I average between 6 and 10 2-hour sessions, 20 to 30 hours. And if it's done consistently, like once a week, twice a week, you can see it starting to lift and things starting to change after about the 5th or 6th session. And it doesn't come back. And that's the most valuable thing you can give anybody.
I feel so different. And what's so interesting, Norm, is my depression was much more pervasive than I ever thought it was. I thought it was those holes that I fell into from time to time. But I feel different every day that I wake up. It's like somebody turned the lights on in my life. I mean, it is amazing. It is amazing.